This is Dallas Police Headquarters.
Yes. I mean, it's not this guy. He's going because you're gonna have a record.
Okay, and there's no Avery Williams there.
By doing the email now, you guys didn't know that you're not.
They hung up. It's all networked to keep for. I mean, the corruption is very elaborate and huge.
That's police headquarters.
Yes, is there Avery Williams there?
Who is this person, ma'am? And you said Avery Williams?
Yes, an investigator.
Okay, give me a second.
We don't arrest people. The only thing they can do to you is fine.
Okay, they're gonna be located at the Southwest.
Okay. So I don't know how it happens, but a lot of times they won't answer the phone. I don't get they will stop answering the phone for the family. They stopped answering for the Family Violence Division, police departments. I was given another number to call. That's pretty odd for a whole police department to not answer the phone, but it's happened multiple times for me.
Office?
Yes, I have some questions. I think his name is Tim Lenore. Do you have a Tim Lenore?
Is he with the DA's office?
Yes.
Let me check. Hold on 1 second. He's not in our office, so let me check and see if I can find him.
Well, I'm not quite sure where I need to go. If I have multiple police that are tampering with evidence and will not investigate multiple case numbers that I have.
Oh, this is public. You need public integrity.
I don't know what I need because I don't know if police are denying me law enforcement for 60-something reports. Who do I report that to?
Public integrity.
Okay.
If it's against the police department, anybody like this, it's public integrity.
Okay.
So let me transfer you to them. One more.
Okay. Thank you.
When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
I think I talked to Tommy Lenore from the Public Integrity Unit. He was supposed to be sending me out some information for a complaint, and I didn't get it. And I told him that I feared my safety, and he told me he was going to call me back. He had to get off the phone and has not returned my call. So I have some questions about some massive corruption, and I don't know why the district attorney does not want me to have the education. So I just would like to know what I need to do because there's multiple police reports that haven't been getting investigated. So I've made multiple calls.
Department of Public Safety.
This is a Texas
If this is
Rangers
an
who they
emergency,
told me to call.
Please hang up and dial 911.
They won't return my calls.
If you know your party's 5-digit extension, you may dial it now. All others, please hold for further assistance.
Detective Service, LeBron speaking. How can I help you today?
Yes, I'd like to know the procedure when reporting child abuse. What happens? What's the process?
Once you make your report, and they'll investigate it, and then a caseworker will be assigned, and they'll investigate what the claims are.
Okay. I want to know if there's a status. I want to speak with a supervisor. I need to report some employees that I think have integrity issues.
Right. So you want to see? Do you have an open case with you here?
Is there a supervisor? What's your name?
No, ma'am. Listen, this is just a help desk for caseworkers.
Okay. What did I call? What did I call? What did I call?
This is called protective services for children and adults.
Okay.
So whatever you're trying to report?
I wanted to know if there's a supervisor I can speak with because there was some unethical activity going on with some caseworkers.
Is she a caseworker? Are you a caseworker, ma'am?
No.
Okay, no. You have to call the office.
Okay, I want to speak with the supervisor. Because if it's a child abuse report that's active, I want to know how I can speak with a live person that can do something.
All right. What's the name of the child? You want me to do it? And what's the last name of the child, ma'am? This case open for her.
I'm sorry, what was your name?
My name is Laverne. When did you apply for did you already apply for a case open in this child's name, or you want to apply?
Let me give you the report number.
Sure.
So you didn't see a report, an open report? I got an investigator.
Does it begin with a 4?
Let me see. It's 763-01613.
All right, yeah, that's just to report it itself. What's the caseworker's name you said?
It is Chastity Chavez.
And that's who you want to report?
I want to know what's going on with the case.
Right. That's what the mother's name is. So,
I'm the mother. My name is Kiana Clark.
okay, there we go. Now we get somewhere. And you don't want to talk to her. You want to speak to her supervisor, correct?
I'm asking what's going on with the case. What's happening?
This is just a help desk in case you can't reach your caseworker. If you can't reach her, she doesn't call you back and things like that, then you call us and we'll send her a message. But since I didn't understand exactly what you were saying at first, that's why I was just trying to understand where we needed to go with it. So I can have your caseworker give you a call back if you would like.
Okay, so you have a caseworker. Hold on. So, you can't give me updates on what happened with the case.
No, ma'am, I don't have your information. This is the help desk for caseworkers.
Okay.
If you can't reach them through their own phone number, then we'll send a message for you and let them know that you need to discuss your account with them.
Okay, so it's a Class A misdemeanor. Well, I'm not sure if it's a Class A misdemeanor or a felony for CPS workers to commit crimes to hinder child custody rights, and when it comes to reporting child abuse. So who do I report that to?
Hold on one second.
Yes.
Hold on one second. My phone's messing up. All right, thank you for holding. So what I did was went ahead and sent her the caseworker supervisor. That's who you would report that to. And if you would, give me a good phone number where she can reach you and she should contact you.
No. I want to know where I report the crimes that have happened. Did you say ombudsman?
That's what I was trying to let you know, ma'am. As I stated, you can go ahead. I can give her the message to her supervisor. If you want to file a claim of anything other than that, you can go to the website and file a claim.
Okay. There's a number for the ombudsman.
Message or no? There's what now?
The ombudsman.
And what?
Okay. No, because her and the supervisor were covering for the child abuse. So I need the number for ombudsman.
Or for over her. We don't have a number for that. Like I said, you can file a claim online for that one. If you want to speak to the supervisor, we can send them an email if you would like. Other than that,
the supervisor. You don't have the number to ombudsman? They've given it to me before.
No, ma'am, I don't. I don't have a phone number to that. That's not on my list.
Okay, so you're gonna send who's the supervisor?
No, if you had dealt with the supervisor, so I can send it to the supervisor. The caseworker supervisor.
Okay, the caseworker and the supervisor I had a problem with. cover them for the
Okay.
crimes.
So then you should go online and you should be filing a claim. That you're not about.
I've
the
already
services
filed the
that
claim
you're
multiple
receiving.
times and haven't had responses online. And I've also
Okay.
called. So, is there a supervisor or someone that I can speak with over you?
No, ma'am, it's not. Not this here, but this is just a help desk. That's all this is. We take messages for
It is
caseworkers.
really, really hard to report child abuse in 2022. It's impossible to report my abuse and my daughter's abuse. I cannot
Right.
do
So
it.
if you want to report your abuse, then I can give you the 1-800 number to report that.
They wouldn't take it. I spoke with someone. What's the 800 number to report my abuse? What's supposed to happen?
1-800-252-5400.
Okay, so when I'm reporting my abuse, what's supposed to happen?
I'm not sure what's supposed to happen. Each case is different, ma'am. I'm not a caseworker. All I do is take messages for casework.
Okay, well, I can't get, I call and ask questions, and everywhere I call, they don't have education. One moment, please. Hello?
Yeah.
This is the youth division.
Youth services.
Yes, I have some questions. I did a report, and the police are refusing to investigate it, and I don't know why they wouldn't refuse to investigate a crime to a child.
What type of report did you do, ma'am?
Do you need the report number?
No, I just need to know what type of report.
I just told you abuse to a child.
Okay, so you need to tell the family violence. Is that who you call? So this is missing persons.
Okay, family violence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's their number?
Hold on.
I don't know. It was vague. My daughter sent me text messages, and she has been in a abusive situation in the past that multiple parties have covered for. But I wanted to know my rights and her rights as a parent. So,
I mean, so this something I'm gonna ask you this. Did somebody hit your child?
right, I have text.
Bodily harm. Is that what
Yes,
you're talking about?
yes.
Okay. Hold on. Let me find out who you need to talk to. Okay.
Okay.
Member, or was it a friend of the family?
I don't know. It's out of corruption. She's not able to live with me. I tried to report it to multiple parties. They refused to investigate slander that took my child custody rights away. So I don't have it's so chaotic that I can't even really talk to her. And no person in their right mind, if they have integrity, would write to where you can't communicate with your own child.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm on hold. It's for the youth division, domestic violence. I don't know what party she is going to get me connected with. I'm still on hold. I've had multiple prank calls too. This is another thing. When I'm calling, trying to take care of business, I'm bombarded. So it's like even though it sounds amazing, but why do they know the inopportune times to call with the chaos and prank call me? Even the Metro Care caseworker was calling me when I was trying to speak with the police. It's happened multiple times. Look at how long I've been on hold. 12 minutes. I've been on hold hours. Like an hour. I would hang, after an hour or so, I'd hang up. I'm calling back.
Youth operation.
Yes. I'm not quite sure who to speak with. If I have multiple parties hindering my child custody rights and slander, and I'm on protection and supervised visits, I have a lot of chaos going on. So I just wanted to know my rights and programs and ways that I can, get something resolved. An investigation for multiple parties slandering me to sabotage my child custody rights as a parent.
All right, hold on for a moment. I'll see if a detective is available.
Okay, what's your name?
Crime Tech Jones.
Okay.
Yes, how can I help you?
Yes, may I have your name?
It's Detective DeBevick.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Detective DeBevick.
How do you spell your last name?
D is in David, E is in Edward, B is in boy, E is in Edward, D is in Victor, E is in Edward, C is in Charles.
Okay, and your badge number?
9672.
Okay, I want information on this report number. One moment, let me get it for you. Okay, it may be too soon. 087 311 2022.
Okay. And what questions do you have, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to move forward because there's multiple parties that hindering child custody agreement is a felony, and I've been trying to get access to my daughter, who has been in an abusive situation, and it's been impossible. So I don't know where to go to report the crimes that have happened to sabotage my rights as a parent, and to report the abuse.
Have you gone back to family court to discuss what's been going on with the judge in family court? Because that's going to be the first option.
Okay, so I would like to pursue the criminal act charges, on parties that.
All civil remedies have to be handled first before the district attorney's office will begin to look into any kind of criminal charges. Is your custodial agreement out of Dallas County or is it out of a different county?
Okay, so what has happening for years is for multiple calls I'm redirected to chaos and oblivion of never getting anything resolved. For some reason, law enforcement will not do it for me. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is they refer me to other agencies and other things because they're unwilling to give me law enforcement. But I would think.
Ma'am, the first step is finding out what county is your custodial agreement out of?
Dallas, but what I'm trying to do is communicate how that I can get the multiple parties that are conspirators and hindering my child custody rights, their charges. Mm-hmm. And police seem to keep getting in the way. And I don't understand why police would do that to prevent it.
Ma'am, I believe you called before, because I think I've talked to you before, and I told you the same thing. It's got to be handled in
well, here's the thing. My daughter got hit, and you guys are unwilling to investigate it. I don't know what's going on when my daughter got hit, and the parties will not respond to me.
Got hit by who?
It was very vague. It was a text that I showed the police department. And I wanted to know, I'm concerned about my daughter and what happened.
Who hit her?
She won't tell me. I don't know. It was very vague. She's not allowed to tell me what's going on, and I reported it to the police so they can find out.
Okay. So, do you have a case number for that?
I do, but I want to go. We're redirecting. I called because multiple parties are committing crimes to sabotage my rights as a parent.
And you had mentioned that a couple weeks ago when you called, and I can only provide the same information that was provided to you before, ma'am.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why police are denying law enforcement to investigate and figure out why people are, committing crimes hindering the child custody rights, which is a crime, and then making false statements to a family court, and then making false statements to CPS, especially through CPS. So I want to know why police have denied 60-something reports. Investigation for 60-something reports. and keep referring me to other people covering for the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you guys why won't you guys investigate why family FLP are denying me the supervised visits too? Hindering a child custody agreement is a crime. Why would family FLP refuse the supervised visits that are set up out of corruption?
Did you go back to family court to let the judge know?
Well, I want to know why police is denying law enforcement. Why won't you guys investigate to figure out why they were denying me the right to see my daughter? And if the
Civil remedies have to be
conspiracy,
exhausted first in family court. It's just a process now.
what am I reporting to family court?
The violations in the custodial agreement.
Okay, so do I have to have an attorney to report child abuse? So do I need to call the family court, just let them know that crimes are being committed? I don't have an attorney and I can just easily get something done?
Yeah, I mean, that's the first step. You got to contact family court.
Okay, so contact family court and let them know multiple parties are committing crimes because you guys can't help. Okay, I'll call them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
255th Court.
Yes, I was told by the police department to call and report some criminal activity behind the case to you guys.
So you wouldn't be able to call in anything. You'd have to send it in writing, ma'am.
Okay, so how do I report it? Send it in writing? How?
Just in paper form, something that we're able to scan in and make part of the record.
I've already done that. Reported child abuse multiple times. It's been ignored.
Right, ma'am, but I can't do anything with a phone call.
What's your name?
Anything else I can help you with?
Is there a particular reason why you're unwilling to tell me your name?
Yes, ma'am, there is.
Okay, I'm trying to report child abuse to the family court. I was told to do that with the police department.
Right,
and I don't
I'm
know why
letting you know that the way that you report anything to the court has to be in writing.
Right, and you haven't reviewed any case information or anything to have a narrative to know what's going on because I've already done that.
I don't need to know details of any case. I'm a clerk, ma'am. I just process paperwork.
Okay, well, is there a supervisor or a coordinator that I could speak with to get something resolved to see why the family court would deny?
Supervisor. One moment.
Okay.
Help you.
Hello, Denitra. You said that you were going to call me back a long time ago and you never did.
I'm sorry?
You said that you were going to call me back a long time ago and you never did. I left multiple messages. This is Kiana Clark.
Okay, Miss Clark. Okay, I do. Okay. Update me, because I thought someone had taken care of that.
Okay, I was trying to report the abuse of my daughter and how multiple parties conspired to take my rights away as a parent. And I written to the court multiple times expressing that, and I wasn't given the right to an attorney, a court-appointed attorney, and I was destitute and homeless on the streets. So
okay.
I didn't have a voice or advocate when the court denied me a court-appointed attorney, which I thought was a requirement when child custody rights were at stake. I thought that you had to give that party a court-appointed attorney, but I didn't get one with the court or CPS, which I thought was a requirement for state law. But anyway, so I reported the child abuse, and the courts have ignored it, the judges. And I reported that my child custody rights were derived, the supervised visits were derived out of slander. If I don't have an attorney and I was indigent and one wasn't awarded to me or provided to me, what am I supposed to do? How do I report to the court and the court have my daughter's best interest at heart and actually just listen to us and without requiring an attorney to get anything resolved?
Okay. Well, you have a case before the court, and the court is not, and basically what you're stating is the court is not responding, correct?
Right, and I talked to you, and I talked to Deborah Nilsson, and I talked to Candace Tyler, and I've told multiple parties about the abuse, the multiple parties about the caseworker that has now evaporated or is non-existent, that set up the custody agreement out of slander that can be proven.
Okay, well, basically, at this point, you can actually report that the court, you can actually file a complaint you can file a complaint with judicial review regarding that court if you're having issues with getting matters resolved, ma'am. Because one thing about it, as far as the district clerk's office, there's nothing that we're going to be able to do to overturn a judge's ruling. Now, if you're having issues or concerns with a particular judge, that if you try to appeal your case to the Court of Appeals, that's one thing. You actually have some type of complaint on the way the judge has run her court. You can actually file a complaint with the Judicial Review Board.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm having a difficulty reporting crimes. Multiple parties are tampering with evidence, committing crimes. If you hear child abuse and you have certain positions, you have a responsibility to report it. And I'm amazed that the family court would cover for abuse and corruption. I'm amazed that judges in multiple parties would hear about abuse and not protect my child that witnessed my false arrest at 8. I'm amazed at CPS that cover for the abuse and do nothing. But when making a false statement to a family court is a crime, tampering with evidence and you're a family court and you have education and you're aware of criminal activity and you're covered for it, is criminal. So if the family court, for whatever reason, is covering for my daughter's abuse, that's consequences for that. I have been reporting this years and get railroaded and run around and mistreated, hung up on, and violated. I need to figure out why the family court was so corrupt. They took my right away to an attorney. Why they didn't follow proper protocol with giving a person that is indigent attorney while taking my child custody rights away. I need to figure out why they didn't even honor their own custody agreement after the stepmom did not follow the first custody agreement, that they rewrote it for her, saying that they never gave me rights on the weekends, which they did. When she was in contempt of the court for the first custody agreement, that was ignored. I want to know why the court denied me my right to go to court 2 times when I was there and she didn't show up, protecting her.
Oh, I will not be able to provide those types of answers, Ms. Clark.
Well, what is your position there? What is your position there?
I'm with the district clerk's office.
Okay, what is you're with the district attorney district clerk's office and what?
District clerk's
okay,
office.
I want to know why I can't report child abuse to judges, and your position with the district clerk's office. Why are you guys unwilling to do anything about child abuse, and I can't report it anywhere else?
Ms. Clark, this is what's getting ready to happen. I can give you a number for you to file a complaint with regarding that 255th court. As far as you filing complaints with me about the judge, that's not what I handle in my role.
Okay, I need to speak with someone to figure out how I report to the court without having to be forced to have an attorney and do all this paperwork, mindless paperwork that I don't know how to do, why I don't have rights to advocates or caseworker to help me with all this chaos that was set up out of criminal activity. I need to know why the judges would not let me report to them child abuse. And how can I do this in a more simplistic manner to where it won't go years? I've already reported it to the court and it was ignored. How can a parent that is pleading with the court to not cover for child abuse do it so the court would do something?
Okay. Did you want the information from the Judicial Review Board, ma'am?
Well, there's judges there. If you're the court, what is your position again?
I'm not with the court, Miss. I'm not with the court.
Well, then why would they transfer me over to you? I call the 255th District Court for information on how to report child abuse to the judges.
And they're not. You spoke with clerks. See, the judge has a coordinator. The questions you're asking should be posed to the coordinator in that particular court.
Okay, so who's the coordinator?
Deborah Nelson.
She won't call me back. I've already reported to her the child abuse and she wouldn't do anything regarding it.
And therefore, ma'am, I can give you the number to this Judicial Review Board.
Okay, so here's the thing. I want to know what is am I supposed to be able to report the child abuse to the court coordinator?
Well, see, she works directly with the judge.
Okay, so if I'm reporting child abuse to the court coordinator and judge, and they won't take it, is that a crime?
You may want to just call the police department.
I've called the police department. They told me to call you. Well, moving forward, this is a family court. Multiple parties have accumulated a lot of crimes. I'm trying to figure out if the police department. I can't speak, ma'am. Multiple parties cover for criminal activity.
Do you
Denitra,
want this number?
Denitra, are you trying to take charge of this conversation so I can't get anything resolved with my daughter? Multiple parties covering for my daughter's abuse.
Do you want the main number to the complaint board?
I want to know if it is a crime for judges and court coordinators to cover for child abuse.
I'm going to give you this number.
You don't know that? Do I need to contact the police to find out if that's a crime?
1-877-228-5750. Thank you, and you have a good day.